Hello, hi there. My name is Adoma Oza, and welcome to my Natural and Wellbeing channel. And this channel is particularly for women who are 40 years and beyond and are passionate about being fit and also living naturally and as organic as possible. Today, I'm going to be talking about how you can make your own kefir at home. Kefir, I'm sure you've heard about this new kid on the block. It's a superfood. Kefir is widely available in the United States, in Europe, particularly Eastern Europe, and it's starting to make an appearance also in the UK. Kefir is spelled Kefir. The consistency is like yogurt, but in terms of comparing and contrasting the two, yogurt is said to have about 2 or so friendly probiotic bacteria, whereas kefir is packed with more. So again, kefir is a superfood because it's really super packed with friendly bacteria. And also it's very high in vitamins, particularly vitamin B, minerals, proteins. And the good thing also about kefir is that especially for people who are lactose intolerant and they cannot drink milk, for some reason they're able to tolerate kefir. So enough of kefir. You can Google kefir and see what the benefits are, and there are hardly any disadvantages. You can buy your kefir from any whole food or health shop. Sometimes you buy them as starter packs and then you make a few glasses of kefir. In this video, I'm actually going to be using the grains to show you how you can make your own kefir. We were gifted our kefir roughly about, say, probably nearly 2 years ago. And I'm pleased to say that the same batch of kefir has just kept on multiplying and multiplying. And that's the thing about kefir. I look at them almost like my pets, or the same way I consider my garden. Kefir grains are living things, and once you take care of them, they are going to yield a lot of goodness for you. Okay, so if you can just look at the video very carefully. So this is my kefir. I made this kefir yesterday. So it's a 24-hour kefir. You have the kefir grain in there, and I tend to like to culture my kefir in goat milk, full-fat goat milk. The grains love milk, okay? But if you're a vegan, you can always culture your kefir. Just wash them, or make sure you buy kefir that hasn't been put in dairy, and you can always culture your kefir in almond milk or coconut milk. Okay, so if you watch carefully, always use a plastic sieve. Never use a metal don't bring metal near kefir. Okay, don't ask me why. This is what I was told. These were the instructions we were given, and we've never used metal. We've never brought metal close to our kefir grains, and our kefir grains have survived for 2 years. We even managed to take some outside somewhere that I'll not be mentioning on video. Anyway, so there we are. I'm gonna sieve my kefir. Okay. So if you look at this lovely creamy liquid, so lovely, so creamy. Yeah, I'm pouring it, and I'll show you the grains in a minute. Okay, and I did say no metal. Yeah, so wooden spoon to sieve it. Okay, and I'll show you the kefir grain. It's lovely ivory colored, clear. It should never be yellow or brown. Okay, so this is the kefir. I'll bring it close to the video. There you are. It's the beautiful grains. Right? This is how they look like. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the kefir into another jug. So there you are. That's the kefir in a jug. I'm gonna tilt the video so you can see properly. So there you are, kefir right there. Okay, and I'm going to get my goat milk. If you want a thick consistency, then you put just a little bit of the milk. But if you want it to be thin, yogurt-like consistency, then you put more milk. So it's one of those trial and error things. You do it, you culture it, and then it depends on the consistency and the taste. Okay, it's very sour when it's thicker, because and then if you put again more milk, then it's not as sour. All right, so I'm shaking my goat milk, pouring it in. Okay, and then all that you do is you just put what I do is that I tend to put a paper napkin, a paper towel, punch a few holes, because you want your kefir to breathe. You don't want your kefir to be starved of oxygen. All right, so I put it on there. I put my paper on top. Okay, and then you can tie it. Okay, you can put a rubber band on top of it just to keep it in place, or you can just leave it on and then put it in a dark, cool cupboard. You don't want to stick this in the fridge. You want to put it somewhere where it's just cool and it can get some air. You leave it for 24 hours and voila. That's your kefir. Bon appetit. See you next time. Bye-bye.